Now it's time for the second step, which is understand. So we need to make clear that we at first understand the reader's problem, what he or she is going through, and what the actual problem is. Furthermore, we should, best case with a story, also try to bring up the identification so that the reader really identifies with me or with the text. Because if it's just blah blah marketing texting, then there is no emotional connection. But if we really tell an emotional story, how maybe for this case we didn't manage to enter music school, but then in the end with the help of a friend or with a trick managed to be a part of that or to take the classes, then this is something they might identify with, because that is also their problem. So when you get their interest, which you probably already have, you need really to keep them reading and to build an emotional connection, okay? And we already had the case study with the music classes, and there we also had that it's sometimes pretty hard to enter a music school. And maybe now hear the story, maybe also with a hero's journey. At first we wanted to go to music school, then we couldn't because of bad grades or whatever. But then with the help of friends, with the help of the tricks I now explain in the article or whatever, we managed to get in. And this we can write here. So you need to make sure that the reader knows that you understand them, that you really can feel their pain and know what the problem is. You don't need to already point out a solution, but this is only for the connection between the reader and the text. You feel left alone and don't know how to learn to play the guitar in a short time. This might be a problem. If this is the problem, then really point it out. Make sure that you know the at least most common problem. Of course, you cannot really address all problems, but you can address one big problem that, let's say, 50% of all your readers for sure have, and connect that then later to the product. I also felt lost. So I also had the same problem. I know what you're going through. The music school turned me down at first because I couldn't play the guitar. But with this simple method, which I will show you in more detail in a moment, it worked out. So I couldn't enter because I couldn't play the guitar, but then this happened. And this but, with already pointing out that there is a solution, is a good way to keep the interest up, even strengthen it, okay? So here with these 3 sentences, I explain that I know the problem. I also explain that I had the same problem, so that I really understand. And I also kind of give a hint that there is a pretty good solution. You don't need to give away the solution now. Really just create some interest and emotional connection. That is the second point, understand. And we also have that here in the article. It's pretty bad, I have to say, the quality of this picture, but still, here you have the introduction. Then here it says, you know that this diet is for you if. So here this article again has some bullet points and points out the different target audiences that really should be interested in the diet. So if I as a reader fit in one of these target groups, I of course continue reading. If the answer to these questions is yes, then you are a biochemical cavewoman or caveman. This means that. So there are some questions and there are some characteristics again. And if you answer these facts about you with a yes, then you should keep reading. And that is also a connection, because a lot of yeses in my head, of course, make me a bit more positive about the text, and so I continue reading. Do you want to play the guitar? Yes, of course. Then, do you want to learn it quickly? Yeah, sure. Do you want to enter music school? Sure. So if I have here a lot of characteristics and points where I know that my readers will say yes to them, then this is a very good method to kind of make them read even further. And that is the understanding part of the quest formula.